when you're enjoying the great wilderness of your backyard or the mountain, you might want to protect your phone with a case like this thick if you don't want to suffer the consequences of a cracked phone. There have been many action phones that tried to solve this problem, like the S7 Active, but LG is joining the game with their LG X Venture, and this is my review of it. There are three main features that AT&T and LG commercialize on the X Venture. The first one is a fingerprint sensor, as you can see here, and the second one is the active mode or glove mode, which allows you to use your screen with the glove on. And the third one is the ruggedness. As you can see, this is made of metal and rubber, which is pretty darn tough to break. And it has an IP68 rating, so you can take it underwater. Now let's talk about the first one, fingerprint sensor. While I like the sensor itself, for it's really fast, one part I don't like is the part where you have to turn the phone on to make it use the fingerprint sensor, but that can easily be solved by clicking deep and keeping your finger on the home touch screen. Another great feature LG commercializes is the glove mode. And glove mode, as you can see, happens when most of the time gloves don't work on smartphone touch capacitive displays. Now, supposedly glove mode works on this phone, and I'm gonna test glove mode out. Disclosure, these gloves have electric pads on them, so I can use my phone with these on. So I'm gonna use my pinky for the testing. Don't think I'm just a little weird. Yeah. So let's see if I can type in my password. I was able to type in my password without that much of a delay. I'm going to go into my YouTube Creator Studio app. So, with glove mode on, it's really smooth. As you can see, glove mode makes it work perfectly with these gloves on. And now we're going to compare that with one of my favorite phones this year, the LG G6 right here. This guy's an awesome device. I'm going to see if glove mode works on this guy. Even though glove mode is not a commercialized feature on this phone, glove might work. I'm going to take this glove off. Okay, now we're going to be swiping. Okay, I can't swipe. I can't do anything. I can't click anything right now. This is not CG, guys. This is real life. I literally can't move anything on the phone. And this is the scene, what's going to happen if you're hiking without a phone that has glove mode, like the X Venture. The X Venture, most of the time when you're hiking in the winter, you're going to have gloves on. The X Venture covers you on that and lets you use your gloves on the hiking trail instead of taking your gloves off so your hands are really cold. I think this is a really great feature that LG built into this phone and fits perfectly into the action theme. Okay guys, so the last commercialized feature that I have to talk about before going on to other features is the durability. Now this guy looks like a total tank, but since I can't do any durability tests, but I have dropped this a couple times. My dad has dropped it a couple times when he was doing individual testing. It works fine, there has been a little nick here on the bottom and the rubber seems to scratch up a little, but nothing major has happened. It's better at durability than something like the S8 or anything else, so this has tank-like build quality, and I don't think this is going to break anytime within 2 years, or even 3 or 4 years. So I think this guy has a total beastly durability grade. And so now, I'll be moving on to features LG and AT&T don't commercialize. So guys, we're going to be doing an audio test of this phone speaker by using the Imperial March from Darth Vader. This song's from Meth Hark 102, that's the person I used to audio from, and now let's test the audio quality. Okay, so from what I'm hearing, on full volume it's a little squeaky on the highs and not as deep on the bass as I would like. But again, this is a budget $300 phone. Speakers are going to be compromised at this price range, but it's actually louder than I thought it would. So I think this would be a solid 7 out of 10. You know, it's a good grade. But we're going to compare this with my beloved LG G6. This phone, I just love this phone. This is one of the best phones currently in the year. So we're going to be comparing it right now. 3, 2, 1, go. As you guys could see, the volume on this, the bass was a lot deeper. The highs weren't as squeaky. But this is twice the price of the X Venture. So you should be getting that much better speaker quality. But guys, again, the G6 is an excellent phone. You guys should definitely check the G6 out. Okay guys, so unlike the G6, this guy doesn't have crazy thin bezels or anything. And has physical buttons. It looks a lot like the S7 Active, to be serious. And consequently, the display isn't as big in this amount of space. It's very 2016, but is the display any good? For $300, you shouldn't be expecting much, but is this going to blow your mind away? That's what I'm testing right now. So I put the dark theme on this, and again, the fingerprint sensor works very well. And this is 423 pixels per inch. That is super sharp. As you can see, could you zoom in on the display? So the display here is super sharp. And it's better than most displays at this price point. It's better than, you know, even my Nexus 5X, you know, in my opinion at least. It's just the bezels are super large and 2016-y. But it's a budget phone, it's an active phone, you should be able to take this. From my testing, I felt that it was just perfect. 1080p is perfectly fine for 2017. Maybe not for 2018, but 2017, 1080p is awesome for right now. It's super sharp. Most YouTube videos out there are in 1080p, including most of my YouTube videos, which you should definitely check out more of. So I'll give the display a 9 out of 10. Guys, this is the main camera on the X Venture. It's a 16 megapixel camera, and so this takes pretty nice photos. It doesn't have a manual mode. It's just a budget camera. It's good auto mode, but I would say you're lacking a lot of manual features, but you can get a manual feature app on the Play Store, so that's gonna be fine. But it just lacks, but I can forgive that for the price. It's fine. You can take photos with it and you're not going to be like, oh, I don't want to show this to my friends or something because it's so blurry. This is a perfectly fine camera. The front one is also perfectly fine. Yeah, there's nothing really much to say about this camera. This camera isn't a overperformer like the G6, but it's not an underperformer either. Okay, one niche thing that I always seem to care about a lot is the buttons, and this phone sure has a lot of buttons. It has its special hotkey, and this hotkey here can do a lot of things. You can reprogram it to open apps, unlike Samsung's Bixby. Samsung, please change that. And my S8 review is going to be in a card up there somewhere, so yeah. There's volume buttons, there's the power button right here. It's kind of right in where your thumb should be if you're right-handed. And one thing I like is that hotkey is built above the volume buttons, unlike the S8 again. But the S8's a great phone still. And the home buttons, these are going to be the buttons you touch the most. You're going to click on them most. And I'm just really don't like unsatisfying buttons. Buttons are really important to me for some reason. You see? These buttons don't have much travel, as you can see, since it's super thin button. This isn't an important feature, but for me, I just feel like when I click this, I don't want it to be like mush or anything. But since it's a budget phone, I can let that go once more. You know, if there was a phone that used Cherry MX Blues, which is my favorite type of key, on, you know, a phone, that would be crazy. I would love that phone. But again, these buttons are usable. They're good enough. I'd give them a 6 out of 10. But buttons don't really matter for most people, so it's not going to be a game changer. So yeah, buttons 6 out of 10. They're pretty good. So guys, you guys probably experience things like running out of battery in the middle of the day and stuff. But this is not the case with the X Venture. The X Venture has a massive 4,000 milliampere battery. And right now, it's exactly 5:10. And I've been using this phone continuously. And I'm at 89%. This phone has epic battery life, and you shouldn't be worried about losing battery in the middle of the day. And one other thing is, this phone never heats up. I did some benchmarks on this phone, and I did like 3 benchmarks in a row. One graphics, one CPU, and then another graphics. And it did not heat up at all. It's awesome. You might be wondering what the performance is like on the X Venture here. It's rocking a Snapdragon 435. Now on single core usage is on par the Nexus 5. Yeah, a long time ago phone. And in multi-core usage it's on par with the Nexus 5X. It's a 435 with 8 cores, 1.4 gigahertz. It's not that fast, but it's not slow either. You'll be able to use this phone for some time without feeling it slowing down. This is most likely a 2-year phone, not anything more, so it'll be fine for 2 years, but you might want to really switch out your phone after 2 years, guys. So, the CPU and GPU on this is perfectly fine for 2 years. After that, it might get a lot slow. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you want more of cool content like this video, please click the like button. If you love this video, click the subscribe button. And as you guys can see, this X Venture, I really like it a lot. You guys should consider buying it. It's half the price of a normal premium phone. So this is $330 US, and you're getting a lot for that money. The Snapdragon 435 inside of it isn't fast, but it's not like super slow either. It's usable. Overall, I really like this phone. It achieves what LG and AT&T wanted it to achieve. As an action phone, it does what it wants to do, and it does it at a really low price and really well. I think you guys should buy this phone. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.